Welcome to myprojectbuzzer.com. It is our project title. Our project title name is College Chat System. It is our project abstract. The main objective in this paper is monitoring, storing and viewing the all types of college related queries at using the cloud computing process. In our college environment, many types of queries are raising by students. For example, college related queries and fees related queries and transport related queries. All of the queries may be raising in our students. So these all types of queries are responsible for the college management. So the project will be developed based on college query processing and response for the query by college management. Many data intensive applications dynamically construct queries in response to the client request and executing them. In our process, the client request means in our students and staff related queries. For example, can create a string representation of the SQL queries and then send the queries using the Java database connections to the database server for execution, for mean JDBC. The servlet programming enjoys static the checking the via Java strong type system. However, the Java type systems does little to checks the possible errors in the dynamically generated SQL queries strings. Thus, a type errors in a generated selection queries. For example, comparing the string attributes with the integer can result in the SQL runtime exceptions. Currently, as such defected must be a reboot out throughout the careful testing, or worse, might be found by customers a runtime. In this paper, we refer to the sound static programming analysis in these techniques for verifying the correctness of dynamically generated query strings for students and staff related queries. We describe our analysis technique and provide the soundness result for our static analysis algorithm. We also describe the details of a prototype tool based on algorithms and prevent the several eludatives and defects found in the senior software engineers students team projects. In our project, the data intensive applications often the dynamically construct the database queries strings and executing them. For example, a typically Java servlet web service construct the SQL queries strings and dispatch them over the JDBC connectors for the SQL complaints database. In these example scenarios to the Java servlet programs generated the manipulated SQL queries as the string data. Here we can be refers the Java and meta language used in the manipulation the object language programming in SQL queries. We use the concrete examples shown in the paper. The method of the construct the string is queries is to hold the SQL select statement to return the price of the perhaps items and execute the queries. It is used the string return the methods the substring of the type code. In the code will be the operations and the case of the checks whether the type code is done possibilities the queries are checked or not. If the student may be raised the queries for related the all information queries of the college information, this all types of queries can be sent into one admin process. The admin can be mainly involved in our process to monitoring this all of the answering process and monitoring the all types of process and the collaborative filtering process. All of the information can be processed in this process. Several different runtime errors can be arise in this. For example, we list the expression for dollars loss, research 100 conclusion, character errors. Some of the database queries errors can be occurring in our process. So we can be overcome this in the process. So we can give the string based algorithm can be processed in our process. This algorithm can be clear the all relevant information and all relevant queries in our process. The student at a time 3 or more both students are can be involved in our process can be raised the same queries. This process can be merging the same of the queries and the admin can be answer this same single answer and process them. Proximity set of the possible string of the program may generate the particular string variables and the particular program's location and interest in this location and call the hotspot. The string analysis products the finite the state automation FSA. The concurrently the approximate the set of the possible strings for each hotspot service. That is the automatical exceptions of the large set of strings then it is the actual procedure by the programs. For the hotspot is the earlier the string analysis work the Java bytecode. It starts by the finding the hotspot in the Java program. We simply make the program execution the queries. The CFL context-free language reachable the problems. First step the analysis the build upon the static string analysis for the build the conservative representation of the generated the query strings in the finite the state automations. Then the statically checks the finite automation systems with the modified version of the context-free language reachable algorithms. Our analysis of the sound of the sense see that if they does not find any of the errors and problems. This such of the errors does not occur in the runtimes. We have the implement of the analysis of the test tools on the resolutions the programs are UJD basic connections, including the scenario of the software engineer teams. In our project, there are the different types of errors can be occurring in the raising the queries and the problems. We can our project can be overcome this of the all of this query process. Other expression of the operators and the treatment and the similarity full details are found. The treatment of the node, the flow graph, the testimonies of the non-terminals of the grammars. The winding steps allow the syntax checks the generally strings against the grammar since the details of the steps they find in the four of the works. Focus on the work we omit in the unwanted and unrelated the queries informations. It is our project flow diagram. In our process, there are 5 steps or 5 modules are involved in our process. The first module is on student registration and login process. It is the student registration is done used for the cloud registration process. In our process are involved in the cloud computing process. So the registration process may be must. The student may be registered all of the information for other attributes. For example, student name, student mail ID, and mail ID passwords, and date of birth, and college year, final year, or states, cities, country. All of the information can be gathered by the students, and all of the information can be stored into the cloud database. So the first student registration can be completed. After the process done, student login. If the registration process can be completed, the student may be enter in the login process. The registration students information can be stored into the large amount of cloud database. So the unauthentication or unauthentication students can be involved in this login process. It can be displayed the sum of the error messages. So the valid student can be only the involved in the login process. And next the query process. The students may be involved in the login process can be completed. The student can be goes into the query process. There are 2 types of query process. Staffs and the student related query process can be involved in this process. So the student may be raise the college related all of the informations and the queries in our admin. These queries are verified by the admin, and after the admin can be response these correlated informations and answers in the students. So it is the process for the admin to students and the student to admin. So the information can be gathered by the admin and information can be displayed by the admin. So the admin can be involved in this process. This process can be most of the security process in the cloud computing system. So the authentication peoples are not accessing this cloud process. So the next process is admin response. If the students can be raise the queries, the queries may be sent by the admin. The admin may be response in this queries and the possible answer for his queries. And final report graph. The graph is to display the what is the difference between our existing system chat system and in our source system chat systems. It can be displayed the visualized concept of the graph so the user can be easily understand for the graph format. Okay, it is our project student query. college chat system in our process. So it is on our home page. Click this home page, right click this button and click this run file. In our project home page can be run. It is our project college chat systems. So click this button. So click this, our cloud computing process can be started. So it is loading process. If the loading process can be completed, it goes to the next button. So in our process main menu can be displayed. In our process main menu, student registration, admin registration, query process, admin process, collaborative filtering process, college page, search process, and feedback and public viewing. All of the process can be involving in our modules. So first module, the student registration process. In our click this button, the student registration form can be created in this process. So first we can be type our student name. Okay, it is Raja. Full name Raja. Mail. It is our department selections. We can be civil department. It is our final year. Okay, student roll number. It is R. Okay, 1000. It is your choice for selection. Email ID Raja. Okay, password Raja. The name is, it is your choice. You can select any of the names for states. On it is a nationality, state. Okay, Tamil Nadu, district Chennai. Okay, all of the information can be registered in the cloud process. So click this button. Okay, it is in the process. The cloud ID can be generated in this process. It is your cloud ID. You can be note this your cloud ID 30 55 57 65. Okay, in any time you can be created your account. The cloud ID can be displayed in this generated, also be generated. So this process can be completed. So click this back button. Okay, the admin registration. Okay, in the cloud admin registration process can be completed. We can be displayed, fill in this our informations, admin information, information, the okay, Deeban, admin ID Deeban V123. It is for all of our choice. College ID 9119. Server port number is 3007. Okay, server IP 192.168.0.54. It is our server IP. You can be fill your IP. Okay, protocol 9505. It is our protocol address, or can be filled this protocol as TCP. Okay, enter your email ID and password. gmail.com. This is our password D1. Okay, the cloud registration can be successfully. The admin key can be generated in this process. The admin cloud key number is -15 40 74 29 66. Okay, it is an admin ID. Okay, click this back button. Query process can be started. The student login. Okay, student login Raja at gmail.com. It is our password Raja. Cloud ID 30 55 57 and 65. Okay, click this button. Our cloud login is success. So our query process can be started. Okay, if you for response for queries. Hi sir. You can type any type of queries of in informations. The student can be registered. Hi sir, I am Raja. Uh, when semester can be start? Okay, it can be sent this message. The message can be successfully sent. Okay, this process can be completed, and we can be enter our process admin process. So the admin can be login in this process. The admin mail ID is on d1 at gmail.com. Password d1. Okay, login. Okay, admin can be login success. Okay, the student can be raising the queries. I am sir, I am Raja. Where is exam is start? So the admin can be receive this informations. The information can be gathered in this. Hi sir, I am Raja. When this semester exam start? Information can be gathered in this process. So the admin can be response in the students. The exam will be start. All of the okay, the admin can be the response in this send request. So it can be send. Okay, the message can be successfully sent for the students. So student can be receiving this process. So the semester can be start on 3rd April. The information can be gathered by the students. Okay, it can be okay. The student can be display the thank you the message. So this message can be successfully sent if the clear button. If the message thank you sir. Okay, the admin can be response for this message. It is an college chat systems for all of the information can be started in this process. For example, I will type it. Okay, it is the part of browsing systems. Example can be start. Type this system. All of the information, related information can be displayed in this process. So admin can be response. Okay, thank you. Send this message. Okay, thank you message can be displayed in this process. So the admin and the query process can be displayed in this run in this process. So display this back button. So the admin process and the query process can be completed, and after the collaborative filtering process. In our process, all of the informations, for example, 1 month or 1 year information, student query, all of the information can be stored into a database. So click this view button. It is an all of the 1 year or 1 month information can be displayed in this information or displayed. It is an student query information can be displayed. Bus fees and bus fees first, second years, all of the information can be displayed in this process. So next process, the collaborative filtering process. So click this button. The collaborative filtering process can be completed. For the very important positive words can be taken in this process. For example, what is the bus fees? In this sentence, the bus can be important, so we can be take the bus, sports, all of the informations can be taken in this filtering process. So next, rating process. The students, all of the queries can be stored into the responsible for admin, and the admin can be filtering in this process, and which query can be top rating for this month or in a year. So the rating can be selected successfully. It is the top ratings of sports day final result. It is on the top of this list. So they can be click this fifth button to click. Holiday is then rating 5 and it is in rating 1. So we can be select the first one. So click the sports day. Sports day is rating 4. So click this button. We can be click this first one and click this sports day. The sports day is rating 5. Another we can be click this 2. Semester result is the rating 4 and 3. The periodical exam is then rating 3 and 4. The bus fees is the rating 4 and 5. holiday is an rating 5, rating 1. So this all of the information and ratings can be displayed in this process. So click this message. The message can be displayed in this process. So we can be click this button to click sports day. We can be copying this. It is in top 5 rating. So copying this and paste in this process. So next same result. It is in rating 4. So fill in this process. So it is rating 3 periodical exam. Copy in this and paste in this process. And it is rating 2 same result. Copy and paste in this process. So it is in process 1 sports day. Copy in this and paste in this process. So admin can be filled all of the 5 top ratings in our month. So click this message. The message can be successfully sent for all of the students. So click this back button. So the collaborative filtering model can be process can be complete. The college place, the student can be visit our college place and can be view the which is the top 5 ratings of in this month. So mail ID, the student can be registration. So raja at gmail.com and the password is on 3055576. So click this button. Okay, successfully login verification can be code can be displayed. So click this button. Okay, the this and top 5 ratings can be displayed. Sports day, final result, sports day. It is in our top 5 details can be displayed in this. The student can be visiting our college website. So click this back button and searching process. The student can be related the information can be searching process. So the searching the it is a searching process. All of the information can be displayed in this process. Exam result and exam information codes and all of the information can be displayed in this process. It is a basic sample of the searching process. So it is click this back button. Feedback. The feedback if a student can be gives the feedback, so it can be displayed in this process and it can be viewed by admin. So raja at gmail.com and password is 3055555765. So click this. The login process can be failed. You can be enter the wrong ID. Okay, 30555765. The student review process can be enter the mail and the password. We can be register the raja at gmail.com. Okay, we can be enter the password raja. Okay, we can be do this login. The login can be successfully after the viewing process. It is that all of the information can be displayed in this process. The student can be enter some of the registration and queries. It also be the store enter process. Fair. Okay, it can be another student can be displayed in this comment. Fair. Okay, the comment can be displayed successfully displayed in the cloud registration. So that's the public viewing process. Public viewing process, for example admin and college students, all of them are public students. So if public members can be involved in this process, and password is raja. Can click this button, login successfully. Viewing it is on top 5 ratings. It is on comments, top 5 comments, and it is in all of them queries or information can be displayed in this process. So it is in our process can be complete in this process. So thank you.